Good morning, my math. My math. Not your math. My math. Our math. Today we're doing pages 877 to 880, which is more conversions of metric. Today we're doing capacity, which is, of course, liquid. This section is incredibly easy. You're only going to do one thing in this section of homework tonight. You can converting liters and milliliters. Liter is the basic unit in metric. If you have a thousandth, if you split that liter up into 1,000 little parts, that's a milliliter. If you have 1,000 liters, that's a kiloliter. But they don't use that in here, and I tell you the truth, I've never heard anyone say the phrase kiloliter or the word. So all you got to worry about is converting liters to milliliters and milliliters to liters, which means lots of multiplying by 1,000 and lots of dividing by 1,000. Turn the page, 878. 6 liters equals how many millimeters? Milliliters. You're going to multiply 6 times 1,000. When you multiply anything times 1,000, you know what you can just do? You can just add 3 zeros to the end of the number, and you're done. That's all it is. Number 2, 4 liters equals how many milliliters? Oh, you got a 4? I'm going to multiply it by 1,000. 1, 2, 3. Done. Multiply by 1,000. Add 3 zeros at the end. Where's my eraser? Because already I need an eraser, because now we're going to do a little bit of division by 1,000. Because, of course, look at the next one. 7,000 milliliters, number 3. 7,000 milliliters equals how many liters? Well, every liter has 1,000 milliliters. So you're going to divide 7,000 by 1,000. And you're going to start here, and you go 1, 2, 3, 7 is your answer. When you divide by 1,000, you're going to move the decimal place from here. 1, 2, 3. It's just like, okay, yeah. Number 4, 42 milliliters. Milliliters equals how many liters? You're going to divide by 1,000. 1, 2, 3. That empty spot is a 0. 0.042 liters. Number 5, 70 liters equals how many milliliters? So that one we're going to multiply. When you multiply by 1,000, you add 3 zeros to the end of that number, end of that 70. What you're going to get. Number 10, 10 milliliters equals how many liters? Oof. 10 milliliters equals how many liters? So you're going to divide 10 by 1,000, which is 1,000 going to 10? No, so we moved to 100. Keep going. 1,000 go to 1,000? Oh, yeah. It does. Oh, 0.01. 0.01. The other way you could do that, 10 divided by 1,000. Move this 1, 2, 3. 0.01. All that you're going to be doing today in this is multiplying by 1,000 or dividing by 1,000. All you're going to do. 7. 1.2 liters equals how many milliliters? Multiply by 1,000. Number 8, 3,500 milliliters equals how many liters? Divide. Because you have all the milliliters, you got lots of them. It takes 1,000 of them to become a liter. So for every 1,000 milliliters, you only have 1. When you're changing from the milliliters to liters, the number is going to get smaller. Does that make sense? 9, 4 liters, because how many milliliters? Every liter's got 1,000 milliliters, so multiply. At the bottom, compare. Same as always, got to change one side to be the same as the other side. Number 13, 2 liters equals 2 liters. Compare it to 1,000 milliliters. Change that 2 liters to milliliters by multiplying it by 1,000. 2,000. Is it bigger than 1,000? I think it is. Turn the page. 880. The Nail Shop. Again, great name for store. The Nail Shop. The Nail Shop purchases nail polish in 13 milliliter bottles. Find the total capacity in liters of 1,000 bottles. All right, so they bought. They have 1,000 bottles, and each one is 13 milliliters. Multiply 13 milliliters by 1,000. 13,000. 13,000 milliliters. How many liters is 13,000 milliliters divided by 1,000? We're right back to where we started from. And you know where we started? In a nail shop with someone who's a little bit too obsessive about knowing how much nail polish they have. Because really, you don't need to know that. Number 20, Pauline measures the amount of water in a container to be 2,732 milliliters. Justin measures the water in the same container to be 3 liters. Circle the greater measurement. So they measured the same thing and they got different numbers? Measures the amount of water in a container. Interesting. Which one's more? 2,732 milliliters or 3 liters? Compare. You just got to change one of those. Change the liters, 3 liters to milliliters, which is multiplied, of course, by 1,000. Number 21, Emmanuel is challenging himself to fill his canteen with water using an eyedropper that drops 1 milliliter of water at a time. How many drops will it take him to fill his 1.5 liter canteen? Emmanuel, stop it. Knock it off, dude. Listen, it's going to take you all day. I don't know. I guess maybe in these days, why not? Like, why not? Maybe I'll do that for dinner tonight. I'm going to make some soup for dinner tonight. I'm going to get a little eyedropper, and it's like, hey, as a way to understand better the metric system, I'm going to fill up your soup bowl 1 milliliter at a time. By the time we eat dinner, it'll be time for breakfast. Emmanuel, oh my goodness. He's going to use an eyedropper that drops 1 milliliter of water at a time. How many drops will it take him to fill his 1.5 liter? Well, how many milliliters are there in 1.5 liters? Multiply that by 1,000, and you will have the answer. Emmanuel. Number 22, name 3 items that have a capacity greater than 10 liters. Estimate the capacity of each in milliliters. All right, what do you got around the house that is more than 10 liters? A big thing, a padrino of soda is a 2-liter bottle. So that will give you a hint. I don't know what you got around your house. Maybe you guys have a giant fish tank. Maybe you've got a bathtub. Maybe you've got a toilet. I hope you have a toilet. Last one. Why is it important to be able to convert metric units of capacity? Because, darn it. Well, okay. I was going to make a joke about it. But let's take this seriously for a second here. The metric system. Literally.